Hey guys, see a lot of things out there on the internet that are a little bit concerning to me in terms of weight loss and where to start. So I wanted to put my message out there and take it with a grain of salt the way you do everyone else's message and do what's right for you. That said, as someone who has lost over 50 pounds since the beginning of this year, January 5th, I was 255 pounds. As of this morning, I weighed in at 200.6 pounds. Now there's going to be some fluctuation there, but north of 50 pounds regardless. I think I have some experience, and I think I have a message that I can put out there that might be a little different than what a lot of other people are putting out there. I want to talk about different methods to lose weight. I see a lot of folks asking on sites that promote better health. I see a lot of folks asking there about, hey, how do I start? Sounds like some of these folks were in the same boat that I was in 6-7 months ago, which is encouraging. That's awesome, right? You want to find out where to start so you can start, so you can begin to better your health, your life. The thing that concerns me about that is, I'm going to say 90% plus of the responses that I see are, you've got to start retatrutide or tirzepatide. Of the 10% that are left, it's people basically saying, oh bro, you got to get your body fat percentage checked, and you gotta do this or do that, or just a lot of what I would call bro science out there that I personally disagree with, that my experience disagrees with. So I thought I'd share a little bit. Again, January 5th, 255 pounds, and I had decided that enough was enough. So I decided to change my diet. Not in terms of what I ate necessarily, because I'm a relatively picky eater, but in terms of how much I ate, because I would walk away from every meal stuffed, and that had become the habit. That doesn't need to be that way. So I started tracking my calories, and for a period of probably between 5 and 6 months, everything I put in my mouth, I weighed on a scale, I recorded in an app, I knew how many calories were in it, I knew how many grams of protein were in it. Those were the two metrics that mattered the most to me. Still the two metrics that matter the most to me. As far as fats and carbs, those were secondary. They still are secondary. Now that I've lost some weight, carbs play a little bigger role for me, because those are the macronutrients that fuel workouts, macronutrients that fuel daily life. They still, to me, take a backseat to protein. But that said, I just did some basic calculations. I looked up the wisdom of the interwebs, and that told me how many calories should be a maintenance level calorie count for me, and decided how much weight per week I wanted to lose, and then did some math, right? It's rough numbers, 3,500 calories a pound. You want to lose a pound a week, you got to drop 3,500 calories somewhere. And that first week, I didn't do any workouts at all. I was going to focus solely on the scale weight. And for me personally, it became a matter of motivation. I knew that if I went to the gym, I would be sore. And I knew if I was sore, that would be a constant reminder of, hey, I need to put the work in. So when I would get up out of my chair and walk to the kitchen and reach into the cupboard for a cupcake or a candy bar or a can of Coke, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to feel that physical pain of delayed onset muscle soreness, right? Is that DOMS? That physical pain was a reminder to me that, hey, you're putting in work. It's not that I was burning 3,500 calories in the gym. That's impossible for me. But it was a reminder of how important what I consume plays into what I'm trying to accomplish. So I say all that to say, a lot of folks out there saying, oh, you got to start with retatrutide or tirzepatide, TRT. There's any number of things out there that, listen, you can do. Those are tools. They are able to be used. I would suggest doing it under the supervision of your physician, not some phone-in method that you can get a doctor to write you a script for just about anything, but actually sit down with someone, discuss what your goals are, what you want to do, and then find a way to stick to that. It can be done. I am living proof of that. Now, as far as living proof of sticking to it long term, I'm not there yet. I'm 6 months into this journey. Let's talk in 5 years and see where I'm at, because hey, 5, 6, 7 years ago I did this back then too. Did it the same way, almost. I didn't go to the gym as much. But the scale weight was down to about where it is right now. I was pretty successful in that journey. And then this little thing we all remember called COVID hit. And it gave me an excuse to break my routine, to get lazy, and the process of ballooning back up began for me. Until I hit the point where enough was enough. Now here's the interesting thing. If you've made it this far in the video, this is something cool to share too. I'm reaching a point in this journey for me that I believe my body is starting to respond to things the way it was meant to, meaning that I've approached a more reasonable weight. I'm not at the end of this journey by any means, but I am closer to a healthy weight, and my body is doing some things that are pretty interesting, things that I think it was meant to do all along. Things like, hey, if I'm busy and I miss a meal or miss the time that I would normally eat, it used to be I would get ill, I would be shaky, I would feel what I explained as changes in my blood sugar. I'm not sure that that's what it is. I've never really tracked glucose levels that way, but I suspect that's what it was. Sometimes I would get sweats. That doesn't happen anymore, which is cool. Step in the right direction, right? I get hungry, and if you ask my wife, she'll tell you that I get cranky. But I don't feel physically ill anymore. It's just a matter of, oh, I was busy and forgot to eat something. I should probably take care of that. I think my body just works better than it used to. And I suspect as I continue in this journey, my body will continue to work better than it used to. Again, I'm no spring chicken, so things like my joints and tendons, as I'm lifting in the gym, they're taking some abuse. Last week was my first deload week. There's a couple of exercises that I backed off on due to some minor injury that I didn't want to make worse. But this is just finishing up my first true deload week, and as luck would have it, it falls right into a week in which I'm going to be on vacation. And as a result of being on vacation, I won't be going to the gym. That doesn't mean I won't be doing anything. I've got lots of projects and things planned. How much of that I get to, I don't know, because I'm on vacation. So I'm going to let it be what it is. But getting off topic here, I wanted to talk about some of these things that are out there, and my personal opinion that they should be used as tools, and they can be great tools, I'm sure. But you don't have to have that tool to get the job done. I'll show you some before and current pictures of where I'm at, just to kind of drive that point home. But do the work, commit to it, and track it. You manage what you measure. Track it. The food that goes in, the scale weight, waist measurements, any other body measurements that you want to take, things that you expect to change in this journey. And don't let the embarrassment of where you're starting stop you from doing that, like I did. I didn't start taking waist measurements until I was probably 3 months into this process. Boy, I wish I had started when I started. Listen, the same with pictures. I had to go scrolling back through my photo album in my phone to find a picture of me when I was heavier. I don't have a true before picture. I wish I'd taken some of those. I have some, mid-process pictures now, but track everything. You manage what you measure. You can do this without these different new medications. You can do this with the old school methodology of move more, consume less. Pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Not that I'm some crazy health nut. I abuse myself plenty. I haven't given up things like pizza and beer. I just have less of them. You can do that too. Feel free to comment on this video if you want any specific advice based on my experience. Feel free to comment on this video if you think I am an absolute nut job and don't have any idea what I'm talking about. I'm good either way. I know where I'm going. I know how I got to where I'm at, and I know where I came from. Have a good day, folks.